Saxon Algebra 2, lesson 45. You guys, we're on our last week before the midterm. We have 4 more lessons to go. The best thing you can do to prepare for the midterm is to do your homework well. Work on memorizing your formulas, work on neat and accurate presentation, work on showing your work, work on any kinds of problems that are causing you drama. Write down an example of a problem number that makes you crazy. Send it to me. Ask me to make a little video for you. I'm more than happy to do that, you guys. I'm more than happy to reteach to specific problems or topics that are making you nutty. So let me help you if I can. Now's the time to start thinking about it. Don't wait until the night before the test is going to come and go, oh, dang. I guess I should have thought about that. Please ask me now, okay? And do your homework knowing that the test is nothing more than homework problems, all right? We're on lesson 45 now. I don't like John's name for this lesson, and so I'm just going to ignore it. I'm not going to write anything there. What we're doing is we're preparing for a really cool lesson. It's lesson 50. We're preparing for a really cool lesson that's going to come, and it's going to teach us something that's got a bunch of steps in it. And what we're doing now is we're just going to practice one of the steps to prepare so that when we get to that really big, long calculation, we'll know how to do all the parts of it and it won't seem weird. And the problem looks like this. We're told to solve, and this is the way that they'll always look. Okay, so we're going to have a binomial that's being squared equal to some number. Now, how the heck are you supposed to solve that? Well, here's the trick. We know that, I don't want a parentheses, ignore that. Wait, that's not right. Sorry. The square root, if you have something that's squared and you take the square root of it, you'll get just the plain number, right? Squaring and square rooting cancel each other out. So in this case, we've got a square here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the square root of that whole side. These will cancel, and this will just be plain old x plus 17. We don't need the parentheses on it anymore. The parentheses were there because of that squaring. But once we used this to kill this, to wipe it out, then we're left with just this little bit in the middle, and life is happy. However, we have to take the square root of both sides. And we know, whoops, sorry, that should be a 2. We know, for example, when we take the square root of 4, the answer of that is 2, because 2 times 2 equals 4, right? And then so we take the square root. We've got 2 pigs in the house, 1 pig out of the house. But it could also be minus, right? Because we could take out a minus as well. So what we have to write here, because minus 2 times minus 2 also equals positive 4. So what we have to do is write this little sign here to show that this could be positive square root of 2 or it could be negative square root of 2. There are 2 different options. All right, so that is at the center of what we're learning in this lesson, is that not only do you take the square root, but you have to take the positive and negative square roots. And then the last step is to isolate x. We just subtract 17. So the final answer here would be x equals minus 17 plus or minus square root of 2. That's the final answer here. Now let me show you. Here I wrote them very distinctly. When we write them, we squish them together. So it looks like one symbol, but it's a plus and a minus sign put together. So this is the final answer for this problem. It's not very complicated, is it? But it's kind of weird. All right, and there are only 2 of these, so we're almost done with this lesson. Solve, ready? X plus 2 over 5, quantity squared equals 3. Okay, so we're going to do the very same thing. To get rid of this raising to the power of 2, we're going to square root it. That cancels, those 2 cancel each other. and we'll get just what's on the inside, x plus 2/5. It equals, we have to square root this, but we want to recognize positive and negative values because two negatives make a positive, so that we have to take into account both of those possibilities. I hope that makes sense. I wish I could see your faces right now. Are you staring at me like drooling on the table going, you don't make any sense at all? Or are you like, yeah, it's fine, let's go on. I'm going to pretend it's the same, the latter rather, that you're looking at me going, yeah, it's fine, let's go on, and go on. So now we have taken care of all the drama, and now our problem is easy. We just have to isolate the x. X, goodbye. There, let's cancel that one out. Equals, and we write this number first, then we do the plus or minus thingy, and then we do the square root of 3. All right? And that is the final answer. We don't have to take it any further from that. Okay? And if we wanted to, we could take this value for x and put it back into the original expression, and it would multiply through. John likes to check them, but he doesn't ask us in the instructions to check them. So you can, look at that if you want to. But it would work. You could plug this in here, and you'll get the right answer. It's amazing, right? Math is a beautiful thing. That is lesson 45. Practice this little step knowing that it's just one step in like a 6-step process we're going to learn in lesson 50. And John's just teaching you how to ride with your training wheels. All right. See you in 46.